Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing today? Hello, Kick. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Hope you're all having a good one. We are back again, and we are playing Hammerdin. If you weren't here yesterday, we did a 6.5-hour stream. Whew. Kind of a long one. Had a good one. That was a good time. Thank you for everybody who made it out. We had many interesting conversations. So during that time, took the Hammerdin and just kind of went through and selected what I wanted to make it work. So this was originally a bit of a Nova Hammerdin using Inres technique and Mana Starve hammers, and it would have your hammers shoot out in all different directions around you. That's cool, but the way I believe I have it set up right now, I'm just experimenting using Avatar of the Spire. The way I have it set up right now is I believe, because the hammers are all going to be going around in a spiral, I think every single hammer can hit, because it was my mistake last time that traditional Nova hammered in where they all shoot out in straight lines around you in a 360 degree sort of coverage. I thought you could shotgun. You can't. So we are going to give this a try. Rinda G85, good to see you in the chat. Hope you're having a good one. So we're going to be doing various in-game activities. Yesterday, I spent a lot of my time in the Monoliths system. I'm going to kind of run around, maybe adjust a few of these, a few of these, what am I trying to say? Timelines, blessings. But then I want to also take it into the dungeons. I don't think we're going to be doing Arena tonight. Arena is just so time consuming. If you want to have any hope of getting on the leaderboard, it's fun though. I like it. All right, so this timeline is 181 corruption. We were doing high 200s. We were doing around 300 corruption. It's 275, 300 corruption most of the night. So what we got? Chance to dodge. Hope you're all having a good one. Man, that was a pretty good stream yesterday. I like doing those long streams. Well, for me, that's kind of long. For some other people, that's a short one, right? There we go. 34 throwing damage. And one thing that I did for a little while yesterday, but I stopped. Hey there, buddy. Wish you good luck. I just subscribed to you. Hey, thank you so much, RoboPower. I appreciate it. You have yourself a good one as well. If you got nothing else going on, feel free to stick around. I answer all sorts of questions and pretty knowledgeable on last Epoch. So if you need help with anything, man, just let me know. But thank you for subscribing. Over there on YouTube. So one thing I was doing yesterday is I actually dropped Sigils of Hope for a little while, and I was using Shield Throw because of this node right here, the throwing arm. QI, man, respect. Yeah, absolutely, man. Appreciate the love and support, RoboPower. I was using this node. I liked this, especially for bosses, but you get a lot of health regeneration from Sigils of Hope. I feel like that was its main draw. Do we also have, so we do have poison resistance on there, health regeneration. Chance to apply Future Strike. 64% increased void damage. Huh. Okay, so unfortunately I do feel like this... I mean, what is that? That's a good tier 7. What if we made a Void Knight hammer build or throwing build? I feel like this would be a really good relic for that. I mean, we got a 64% increased void damage on the implicit. We got Future Strike, a tier 7 34 throwing damage on the exalted affix, poison resistance, and health regeneration. I think this could be a good one to stash and save for good old Void Knight. But yeah, we're gonna push the corruption here. We're gonna edit the the blessings a little bit, and then I want to go do some dungeons. I want to see how well this does against Jorah. I do have concerns. I don't think I have enough health for Jorah. Titanheart Robo Power, thank you for following over on Twitch. Let's go. Hey, what up, Robo Power? Yeah, so I like this build for kind of like the drive-by effect. You just activate some of this and then you keep going, and then the hammers just keep chunking them as they spin around in a circle. Now, I did reference, so when I made the build, the only guide I had referenced was Volka's Nova Hammerdin build. But afterwards, after the stream yesterday, I went and looked on Maxroll, and I saw that they had like a Hammerdin build very similar to the one I have set up. I do have different nodes and stuff, but functionally it's similar. Looks like we just kind of arrive to a lot of the same conclusions when it comes to this particular Hammerdin build. Hey, Sparky the Waffle Dog. Yeah, let's go fight the boss. We can fight him twice, then we can push corruption. So, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but when you're running with a sword, it puts the edge upwards, and then when you stop, the edge goes back down. See, this is where I liked having shield throw. Yeah, we're kind of just chunking all these guys. Increase ring drop rate. That could be useful. Offhand catalyst. No. Shield drop rate. We already have shield drop rate. Ollie Arts. Hey, how's it going? How you doing over on YouTube? Let's go with rain. Yeah. What's this? Not the best, but let's replace it. We got plenty of shields. Oh, the Wings of Argentus. Let's go. You doing okay? Yeah, all right. What you up to today, Ollie? Just kicking back, chilling, watching some streams? Or are you playing? I'm on sick leave now, busted your knee. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Chilling like a villain. So what you been playing recently, Ollie? Wow, and last Epoch? Okay. Offhand callus. Body armor. Body armor could be interesting. Shield drop rate. No, we'll keep our ring. Oh. Keep current. We don't need that. Temporal Sanctum. We'll use those. I want to do some jewelry runs today. Found a really nice looking LP3 Bleeding Heart. Could possibly replace that. I'm not going to use this though. I want to keep this on hand because right now this fits. So what you playing on last Epoch, Ollie? What's your current class? Well, you cycle or legacy on February 21st. What up? I'm definitely going cycle. I want a fresh leaderboard. Hey, what up, Infrasonic? Playing an Acolyte Lich. Oh, nice. What kind of Lich build are you running? Flame Wraiths? Did my first Orbis after Euros dreaded it unnecessarily. It was quite easy. Yeah, Orbis, yeah, he's fine. Ooh. Tried to Shrek me there. Yeah, just hit level 21, so nothing yet, really, just testing stuff out. That's the best way to play, though, is when you're testing out stuff. You got Robopower. I don't know if I answered you, but I'm going to be playing the cycle. I'm going to be playing Paladin on the cycle. Probably a... I think my starter build, at least, is going to be Void Cleave Multi-Strike. I've been experimenting that. I use that on Paladin... Void Knight. Well, Void Knight was a little bit different, but Paladin, Void Knight, and Forge Guard, they were all very nice. I think Void Knight has the easiest entry point into that, because you can make a Racing Strike crit automatically. I'm thinking Rogue or Warlock. A lot of people just asking around are going to be playing the new stuff. Did I hit the level cap? Yeah. Paladin's been at level cap since, like, I don't know, October of last year. I've hit the level cap on a couple characters. Which PoE learns from this game in terms of not punishing you so much when you screw up a boss. In PoE, you lose a boss, you have to grind quite a bit to get back. You also lose XP. Here, you only lose a map or two worth of progress. I agree. There's some people who feel like Last Epoch's not punishing enough. I think losing out on the reward can be very punishing in the Monoliths, depending on what the reward is. If you saw, like, let's say you're looking for a chance at unique rings, right, and you're playing like 300 corruption in the Age of Winter timeline, and you finally get to one of the unique rings, and then you die, man, it sucks. Yeah, I feel like we don't hit with as many hammers. So compared to the build I was running yesterday, I feel like the hammers spread out a little bit faster and a little bit more, but there's more of them. I don't feel like it's as good for bosses. Do unique rewards show up more often in higher corruption? They show up more often the further away from the point you get. As for if they show up more often if your corruption is higher, I haven't noticed that. I feel like the number one way is to get further away from your starting point is when you'll find more of them. Because I found a ton of them at 100 corruption before. Yeah, so this is like your starting point. The further away I get from this, I feel like those rewards pop up more. I don't think it's like, hey, I'm playing 700 corruption. There's like 12 of them in a row. I mean, nah. I think your chances of finding a good item, I want to say they go up, but I don't know. I found Red Ring of Atlari at 120 corruption. I was farming 400 corruption for Bastion of Honor, and I finally found it when I dropped it back down to 250. I'm not sold on corruption influencing those particular unique drops. Sean Peterson just hit level 54 on Rune Master, just took down Lagon, wasn't too bad after getting my resistances up a little bit. Yeah, he's okay once you understand the mechanics, and then you also when you have cold and lightning resistance, he becomes a little bit easier. Way to go on that one, Sean Peterson. Level 54, that's excellent. Good job. Lagon is a DPS and defense check for sure, though. I mean, honestly, Lagon, in my opinion, is overtuned because people get to Lagon and they're banging their head against the wall. Telegraphs the mechanics, so not too bad to avoid. Yeah, for sure. He was a little bit harder before. It used to be you had to attack his face. He didn't have the tentacles before, Sean Peterson. You would have to like hit his face, and it was pretty difficult for melee builds because if he decided to use an I-beam and you're right there trying to smack his face, you're like, oh frick. I do feel like Lagon in terms of damage is a little overtuned. A lot of people get to him and they think he's the final boss of the campaign, and of all the bosses in the campaign, he's the only one with a guide on how to beat him. Well, I mean, there probably is guides for everything out there. There's probably guides for every boss out there, but I feel like when I'm playing the game and I'm like looking at world chat, the number one thing I see the most beyond looking for group or hey, look what item I found is I need help with a gun. I'm in the campaign. But he's definitely one of those bosses. Once you're kind of like looking at him and the way he twitches and all that stuff, you just begin to learn his mechanics and you can dodge all his major attacks. So back to corruption. Is there any real value in going beyond 200 corruption? Testing your build, having fun. I don't think so. Me personally, you would have to find somebody who's a lot more analytical than I am, and they've crunched the numbers. But I feel like I've found like just as good of items at 200 corruption than higher, like 400 or 500 corruption. That's me personally. I have nothing to back that up. That's just experience of just playing through the game and grinding. And maybe I'm just unlucky, but every good unique drop that I wanted, I found at lower corruption. I found Red Ring of Etlaria at 120 corruption. I found Ravenous Void not on Elder Gaspar, out in the world at 100 corruption. I found what's that other uber unique Orion's Eye? I found that at 150 corruption, thereabouts. And then I was grinding for forever on trying to find Bastions of Honor, like Bastion of Honor. If you go to that timeline, I think I've cleared 700 echoes, right? And when I finally found a Bastion of Honor, I found it when I dropped the corruption down to like 250 from 400. That's kind of a low, let's get rid of that. Wing guards, let's get rid of that. If you just want to play casually without thinking too much in this game while watching TV, etc., what build do you recommend? A lot of the builds I come up with, I try to make them a little bit more interactive, a couple button presses, but builds that come to mind, Warpath. You just hold down this button and go, and you can move while doing it. There was this one build that I think was bugged. And it might still be bugged, but it's like on the Lich. It just keeps auto-summoning like zombies and stuff for you. It clears very fast. Druid Swipe can sort of be like that. You just hold down whatever button you got Swipe attached to, and you're just clearing. The 2-1? The low life? Yeah, that might be a low life build. I feel like a lot of Lich builds typically end up being low life. I'd say Nova Hammerdin can be kind of mindless at times too. You just hold down the button and just hammers fly out everywhere. Probably any build that focuses in on Rive, but that's kind of like in line with the Druid Swipe, the Lightning Swipe Druid. All your other buttons buff it up, and then you just go to you just go to town, ham and cheese style. Another staff? Staff or scepter. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, critical strike avoidance. Alright. How many jewelry keys do we have? We have a lot. Let's run. So I learned this off of watching Aaron Action RPG's video. You right click on the key and it takes you right to where the dungeon's located. I've never known that. Did anybody else know that? I mean, I found this out this morning when I watched Aaron Action RPG's video. Right click on the key and it will take you to where the dungeon's located. Yeah, like how many times we're like, oh yeah, just go run the Temporal Sanctum, and then you're like, what? Where is that? Oh yeah, I think it's in the Ruined Era. You're like, oh okay, Ruined Era. And you're like looking around, like, what? Where is it? Well, you can just right click on it. I found that one out a bit ago and I accidentally right clicked on one. Oh, let's go, Trox. Welcome back to the channel, man. Okay, so the boots are nice because they give us endurance and armor. We're not getting a lot of health from this. Alright, so we're going straight for the Gusto. We're going for tier 4. We're going to do a T4 jeweler run. See how well this build that we've been editing. That's right. See how well this build's been working. Oh, nice info for the right click. Yeah, absolutely. I wish I could say I figured it out on my own, but I did not. Hey, what up, Chloe Pick? That's right. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a little while. Hope everything's going all right for you. How goes the grinding? Fine. How about you? It's going pretty well. Let me see. A couple weeks ago, we played Rune Master. Last week, I was playing some Forge Guard. I'm probably gonna go back to that, but this weekend, I wanted to do some hammers. Yeah. I kind of looked at the trees and I kind of formulated something I thought would work out pretty well after the stream yesterday. We streamed for like 6.5 hours, you know, just kind of a little fine tuning, point here, point there. I looked at some guides to see how well I did, and apparently there's some guides out there with similar skill pickups, so I felt kind of good about that. I'm like, all right. It looks like some other people arrived at the same conclusion I did. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah. Yeah, I streamed that game when it came out. Ran a dwarven barbarian through the campaign. It was pretty good. So what you been playing at BG3? Oh, whoops. Oh, in Valorant. Oh, okay, cool. If you're thinking of another build soon, would seriously recommend the Tri-Elemental Nova build I was talking about yesterday. I don't really like Rumas, but this one has turned me around to it. I gotcha. I mean, it sounded pretty fun. I was doing the Hydrahedron style build. I arrived at my own conclusion on it, but it looked pretty close to your standard Hydrahedron build. It's just, I got tired of constantly casting Hydrahedrons. They were fun, though. This was not so constant. Oh, there we go. We found it. So now Jura is going to be super strong here at T4. I have doubts. I have doubts that we're going to be able to kill her. Enemies drop substantially more exalted relics. Dungeon boss drops a horde of runes. Yeah, look at that. 340 and 410. Whew. Let's proceed. If we die here, we gotta go back. Oh shit. I thought I would have hit it in time. My bad. Oh man, I've never missed one of those. I was like, oh, let's get some damage now while she's just standing there, and then I'll teleport out. Oops. Yeah, well, I got like 1 billion of these, so. Well, not a good show of strength for our first run at T4. Abyssal Echoes +3. Okay, I'll keep it just for that. I'll just leave a little gift right there around the corner if he wants to follow us. Later. Drops more amulets. Hey, what's up, Babbling? You got me to re-download last Epoch just because of your gameplay with the Force Guardian. Oh, you mean the Forge Guard? Yeah. Hey, what up, Spox? Hope you're having a good one, man. I'm glad my Forge Guard gameplay was inspiring to you. We're back on Paladin. We'll be back on... we're on Paladin right now. We're going to be on Forge Guard again tomorrow. Honestly, playing hammers here really got me thinking, like, what if we could do a throwing build on Forge Guard? So, Spock, are you playing Forge Guard right now? Like, what are you going with? Still consider the Ruined Era. Interesting. The Fang. I've seen you play multiple characters now that have this sort of jump back ability, like backward blink. What is that? That's specific to the Sentinel class. You get that by investing a few points into Void Knight tree, whether you're a Void Knight or not. It's called Volatile Reversal. Kind of looks like I'm like lagging a little bit, right? Oh, that's not good. Oh, what happened? Where are we? So I got this ability right here called Lunge, and then Volatile Reversal returns you to the position you were at 2 seconds ago. Yeah, the first couple times I saw it, I thought it was lag, and then I realized it was that sort of ability. Yeah, because what happens when I do that, you see that little purple circle? Enemies that get hit by that take 30% extra damage for 4 seconds. So not only does that give me an opportunity to get out of there, but it gives me a second to get out of there, but also it allows me to inflict extra damage. Yo, Babbling, remember me? I finally went into Empowered Monoliths and my hardcore died, but I kept playing on it, and now I'm at 400 corruption, and it's still doing good. I know I was scared I ended up dying, but I managed to do it and improve my build a lot, and I'm having a lot more fun now. Well, I'm here. I'm glad to hear that you went forward with that, Crinix. I am sorry to hear that your hardcore character died. It's unfortunate. I think that's cool, though, in Last Epoch, if your hardcore character dies, it just becomes a softcore. Yeah, but I do remember you, Crinix. Thanks for coming back and letting me know what happened. I was curious. I'm like, okay. I'm not going to go out like a chump. Oh, shoot. I went out like a chump. Okay. Well, this is going to be unfortunate because my build requires me to be like right on top of her grill. She threw down that one puddle and I died like almost instantly. The key is improving the build was a completely swapped build, so I went from dot, hail of arrows to crit multi-shot, which completely erases echoes. You live and you learn, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's try this at tier 3. It might be that I'm just so rusty at fighting Jorah that I need to learn her movesets again. Oh, yeah. Saw that some peeps have hammers circling ground and following them. Does that not work for Paladin, or did you choose another route? I chose another route. So what you're talking about is hammer vortex. Your spammer, your spiral hammers now orbit you, but they cost more mana to cast. And then if I wanted to take catapult, hammers from the same throw cannot hit the same enemy unless they spiral. So when I'm doing this and I leave them there, all those hammers have a potential to hit an enemy multiple times. So the idea is to sort of just, you know, lay down some of this, then get out of there and let the hammers do their work. Oh, nice. So is this going to end up being more of a bosser then? Possibly. It's been pretty effective against bosses because they generally have a pretty big hitbox. Throw that down and then allow myself to reposition. Yeah, this is like tier 3 is significantly easier. It's hard to like... man, T4 Jura is just difficult.
What's this? How are they manipulating time?
Oh, geez, it put me all the way back here. Yeah, I feel like Volatile Reversal does have a few weird interactions with this dungeon.
You carry the Epoch then? Fool like you has no use for it.
Do you even need Volatile Reversal? Seems to be doing fine with your mana regen. Yeah, I'm not using Volatile Reversal as a mana regen. Hey, what song is this? I like it, but I never know its name. Star Traveler. It's called Star Traveler. It's from the company that I use to do my stream free my DMCA no copyright. So let me type this in. Star. I think it's either. Let me confirm the spelling. Star Traveler stream tunes. And I listen to them on Spotify. Yeah, so Krennic's Volatile Reversal, I don't have it do the mana regen. I get all this cooldown. The reason why I want it to come back as fast as possible, so I can always have the increased attack speed, the increased movement speed, and keep a hey Krennic's, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. So I also want to use the Harbinger of Dust, which this ability, when I activate it and I'm like standing near them, that little purple circle goes out, it hits the enemy and it causes them to take 30% extra damage for 4 seconds. So if you have that on a high if you have that on a low cooldown and you're able to just keep using it, you can keep that up a lot. What in the world is going on? I know some people use the Volatile Reversal to get back all their mana. I don't. I mean, it seems really strong, but also it's a little clunky, but it's clunky in this dungeon. Most of the time, it feels very seamless to me. Yeah, dude, look, we already chunked off so much of her health. Let's get out of that. Oh, Edel. Oh. Edel, thank you for the subscribe over on YouTube. Okay, okay. Okay, well that was tier 3 Julra. That was pretty easy by comparison. Somnia. No, I already got like a couple of those. Increased damage over time. Let's see what we got. Chance to apply frailty. Increased physical damage. Alright, what do I even want to combine? I was just trying to kill Julra. I think I want to hold off on that Bleeding Heart. Let me see if I have something. Just for the sake of combining. One-handed sword. Let's take this. Legendary potential 1. With my multi-shot build, I have so many arrows at the moment that I keep dying to bosses because my attack speed and the amount of arrows makes me lag so much that my character doesn't want to move. It's a bug, actually, believe it or not. So we got LP2. We can get a critical strike multiplier on here, but I don't think that's going to be all that great because, like, look, we already got a better critical strike multiplier with that sword. Aurelialis. Yeah, I don't know what I want to even combine. Yeah, there you go. Siphon. Let's just do a siphon slam. We got that. Oh, we also have a 1 LP bleeding heart. No. Now let's just take this. Poison damage, elemental damage, lightning damage, sure. Let's throw something on here. We already got health. Critical strike avoidance, bam, there you go. Oh, we got the affix to go over. There we go. We got a 1 LP Siphon of Anguish with the health. Okay. We got some devotions here. Alright, well, let's see if I amulet. Honestly, I probably got a lot of good amulets already in my Hammerdin. Health, chance to apply frailty. $41. Okay. Fire damage, necrotic damage. Freeze rate multiplier. Oh, what a cock. Cold resistance. Not feeling that one. That was probably not a very good craft on my part. Which dungeon is it for legendary crafting that you were doing at the moment? Because I don't want to go until I have a good amount of LP uniques. It is the Temporal Sanctum. Try messing with that. If I can get throwing attack speed and throwing damage on here. Oh. Nothing I can do. Okay. Yeah, no, that's gonna be a big giant fat nope from me. Did they introduce a few new uniques? I'm finding some I've never seen before. I don't think so. I think some are just a little bit more common now. Throwing damage, cast speed. Critical strike chance. Okay, that works. Yeah, critical strike chance works. Oh, we could throw health. We could throw hybrid health on here. What can we turn that into? Endurance threshold. Okay. So for my next run, I should try and combine it with this. There we go. We can get the throwing damage critical strike. Well, let me see. I probably also have a few more gloves I can try. Well, what am I doing? It's right here. Throwing attack speed. Oh, this one already has throwing damage and attack speed and chance to apply frailty on hit. Let's go. Let's chaos that. Fire resistance. All right. Yeah, okay, this is going to be my next craft. I want the throwing damage and the attack speed on this Larakas. Yeah, if I could get throwing damage and throwing attack speed on these, this would be very nice. I will be losing a little bit of health and poison resistance. It looks like we got options. Do you share crafting materials also get shared on account, or is it per character? It's across your account, Krenix, but it's per. Oh, did I already grab this? I did. It's across your account, but it's also per game mode you're doing. So if you were in hardcore. Well, actually, I don't know what the difference would be in hardcore, but I can speak to this. So when I first started playing this game, I was playing solo self-found, and I was just, just chunking through the game, that sort of thing. And then I decided, I had some people who reached out to me, and they were like, hey, I want to play with you. And I'm like, well, I'm playing solo self-found. We can't play together. And they're like, oh, okay. And so then I created a single player character, and I was leveling it up. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Let me just drop one of my characters that's already high level with plenty of gear out of solo self-found. So I did that. And when I did that, I lost all the gold, all the stash that I had. The only thing I had was the stuff that was already equipped to the character, idols, and inventory. All of this and the gold and whatever stash tabs I already bought, they're still in solo self-found. So if I boot a character up in solo self-found, I'll still have all the gold and the materials and whatever is in my stash there. But those are like two separate things. Other than that, yeah, it's shared across all characters. Okay, this one has health and critical strike chance. I would probably want throwing. I'd probably want, we can mess with that later. Oh, let me go grab a key. Lightless arbor. I don't know how many attempts I'm gonna do, so let me just do this. So let's try T4 at least 2 more times. Because you're SSF, so that would mean I'd have to kind of start over if I start. Well, if... Right. Well, if you start on 1.0 and you're doing a cycle, you were going to be starting over anyway. But if you were talking about... if you're talking about playing in legacy mode, then yeah. It would be like starting over, but you would still have your character and all the equipment they got. Oh, right. I completely forgot about cycles. It's fresh either way. Well, yeah, but you could be playing in Legacy in the Legacy realm. I know a number of people, including like some larger streamers, who are going to be playing in the Legacy realm. Infrasonic, did I answer your question about new uniques? Because I found some uniques I hadn't seen before recently, and I looked them up, and they had been in the game. I had just never seen them, so I don't know if they made them more like easier to find or something. But I was like, man, this has got to be brand new, and it's like, no, this has been in the game for a while, homie. And I'm like, what? What is going on here? Oh my word. Okay, I want to see this. What's it got on there? Oh my god. Oh! Oh, Code of the Erased Sentinel. He got a tier 7 Sigils of Hope to go on to this Code of the Erased Sentinel. Let's go. Good for him, man. All right, Babbly, enjoy your stream and Hammerdin Adventures. It's time for me. Okay, catch you later, man. You have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, critics.
Such power. There is only one explanation.
Oh, okay. We can't go back over there. Oh, we can't go anywhere. All right, this is probably... Yeah, this is the boss, right? All right, here we go. We have not been very successful with T4 Jura, so wanted to give it a couple more tries. Let's see. We tried it on T3. She got absolutely slapped. The difficulty difference between T3 and T4 was... Okay.
Escape is impossible. Sapphire water.
I don't know where my mouse is. There it is. Let's camp like over here.
Escape is impossible.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. She got me with a fast one right there. She... Oh, man. I was dead. Like, instantly, the thing spawned and I just died. Yeah, we have pretty good void. Okay, well, let's run it again.
Dares intrude upon my research. No matter. They cannot reach me.
Honestly, I probably just don't have enough health on this build. Oh, jeez.
How is this possible? Only I should be able to command time here. Unless... It all makes sense now. The Epoch has finally come to me.
All right. Let's try this again. This is like, if we don't beat her here, I think this is probably just going to be the last one. Move on.
Epoch, I will have it.
Okay. So avoid the center of the room is what I've learned.
Escape is impossible. Sapphire water.
Oh, shoot. Oh, whatever. And we're maxed on void. Not unless I did something like. Not unless I did something like Orion's Eye, you know. 100% void damage taken as fire. You take 14% less fire damage. I would give up all of that. I would give up a lot just to take that. Just a fighter, and then 14% less damage over time taken. Alright. Things to consider. Let's see if we can't improve that. Just go back looking for our rings. Or I could try her again and I can use Bleeding Heart and convert the entire build. I don't know. Let's see. How much have we farmed? Yeah, that's where we started. We can still go up here and over here somewhere. So let's go right here, then go up. Okay. I mean, this one seems cool on paper. It gives you a ton of resistances, but you don't get a lot of other utility out of it other than resistances. You can just sell that.
Epoch is ours! Riot!
So how can we improve this build to go take on T4 Jewelra? Because that was pretty ugly. We would just shrek through the entire dungeon and then just get absolutely destroyed. Could definitely use some more health. I think the build in general is just gonna have a hard time fighting her. I mean, you can do all those hammers. Kind of directionless, and sometimes they won't even reach. I think it also comes down to knowing it. I think one problem is it's kind of hard to learn the exact mechanics because everything does so much damage. And I've gotten pretty used to just being able to tank through certain parts of that dungeon on tier 3. So it would just get absolutely shredded on T4. Yeah, it feels pretty bad, not gonna lie. No, they're doing a holy moly. Dude, that sucks. That was an exalted ring. Frick. Okay. Jeez, they're doing a ton of elemental damage. That was only 200 corruption. Oh my god. Honestly, I will say the build does feel a little bit different ever since we took the Nova. And maybe that's all in my head, but it feels like the hammer's spread out too fast. I mean, it works really good against those larger enemies with the larger hitboxes. Oh, whoops. Oops. Yeah, come in. Oh, thank you. That smells really good too. Okay. It does feel a little bit different. Hammers are now thrown at Nova with double the amount of additional hammers unless your hammers spiral. So let's remove that. See, look, it looks like they're a little bit, like when I'm throwing them, it looks like they're a little bit of a tighter pattern, but then they really like... Definitely don't do as much damage. So against these mobs of enemies, yeah. So I think I'm gonna go back to using the Nova pattern because the hammers just do more damage individually. You still get a ton of them to hit. It's just I don't know. I probably have to get used to it. I have to run a bunch of echoes because I wasn't using this Nova pattern yesterday. And it could just be in my head, but I feel like the way they spread out is a little bit different than just normal spirals. There we go. Hey, Squeak Official, thanks for the raid. Thank you very much for the raid. If you're there, how are you doing? See if we can't go grab that. Get that hype. Let's go. I think I did think of some. Infrasonic, are you still there? Yep. Okay. So you were asking me earlier, what is there any point in farming past 200 corruption? In terms of uniques, I don't think so, but I feel like the higher corruption you are, you will find better exalted items and better idols. better stat distribution at a higher corruption. Because when I think back to, you know, gear like this, T7 strength, max T7 24 strength, 13 strength, that sort of thing. I think I found a lot of this at like 300 plus corruption. Hello, is your build proc and smite with hammers? No. Nope, I'm not running a smite Hammerdin build. I'm just running a traditional physical damage hammer build. No smites involved, but you would use something similar to this if you were proccing smites. How you doing, Desryon? How you doing today? Do you think it's playable with level 70? Is it playable? This character is level 100 and he's using a lot of affixes, but I'd say go ahead and give it a try. Feels like the ROE on going up may not be worth the improvement in stat quality. I got you. You can still find plenty of good gear at 200 corruption, for sure. For me, if I'm pushing corruption, it's because I really want to put the build through the ringer. Okay, that's a T7 22 strength. That's a 17 strength. Armor and health and vitality. Huh. That's a nearly max T5 vitality roll. It's got a T5 armor and then it's got a T1 health. This could be just a good all-around stat bump. And it's a Dawn plate. That's nice. +3 to Rive. We'll take that. +3 to Warpath. Okay. Let's look at the chess pieces. Increase physical damage. Bleed duration. Oh, that's a good one right there. Hey, what up, Merkware? How you doing, man? Doing pretty good in myself. I'm doing pretty good, man. So what you up to today, Merkware? What kind of build are you scheming? What are you running? What crazy, insane in the membrane build have you developed? Honestly, I've been chilling not playing LE recently. Oh, okay, it makes sense because release is coming out soon. So what have you been playing? All right, Bike, heading out. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Yeah, appreciate it. Infrasonic, I really appreciate it when you come by, man. Ooh, T7 hammer throw damage. Let's go. Wait a bit, then like a week I'm planning to start really doing leveling runs. Oh, okay, cool. 24% mana regen. What's max? 158%. So could we throw... Throwing attack critical strike chance on here? Yes, we can. Okay, let's... I mean, this is going to give me 69 armor, so honestly... Health, regeneration, necrotic resistance... okay. What are we losing? It's 113%, 132%. Let's try it out just for good old. We lost a massive amount of armor. Yeah, we did lose a massive amount of armor, but let's just try it out for the heck of it. I've been doing old Pokemon game runs, Nuzlocke, etc., and then just random Steam games. Oh, okay. Stuff that you've had in your library for a while. Hey, Squeak, I don't know if I asked you, how'd your stream go today if you're still there? Yeah, we I think we lost too much health. Well, they do have 57% endurance, but let's just put that back on. Good man. Nice casual Friday. Pump for Ellie. You got your Ultimate Edition? Nice. I haven't picked it up yet. Yeah, no matter how good this is, without that health on there, plus losing that 24 strength really hurt. Let's just slap that in there, save it for another time. Physical damage. 11% less damage over time taken. That's a good one. I thought shock chance was capped at 3. What? 10? Let's get out of this echo. Oh, what's that? What's that? Grab it. Grab it. Go. Oh, no. I'm leaving this. Critical strike avoidance. No thanks. I've killed this boss a ton of times at 200 corruption.
This is a mercy. Shatter. Do not stand in my way. Behold the rage of winter. This is a mercy. Shatter. Do not stand in my way. Rise, my fallen champions. Aid me. This is a mercy. Shatter. Do not stand in my way. This is a mercy. Shatter. Come, sons of Arthur. Aid me.
Yeah, come on, sons. Where you at? Where you be at?
This is a mercy. Shatter. I did what I must to protect my people.
Yeah, the only thing we change it out for is a higher Grand Fury of the North. So, I mean, physical resistance, that's cool. If we were doing a cold build, oh, keep current. Could definitely be useful in some builds, I think. Okay. All right, we can do that. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Short stream today. I'll be back again tomorrow, 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific. You guys have yourselves a good one. If you're over here on Twitch, I'm going to send you over to Chuckles. He's a good guy. Anyway, you guys take care. Cheers. YouTube. Thanks for rocking with me today. Appreciate it. You guys take care.